The movie takes place in Finland, near the end of World War II. A quiet old miner named Atami Korpi lives alone in the wilderness with only his dog and horse. People in the nearby towns know stories about him. They say he was once a deadly soldier, a man who lost everything in the war. After losing his family, he stopped fighting and went deep into the mountains to search for gold. Everyone believes he is impossible to kill. One day, Atami finally finds a huge amount of gold buried in the ground. He fills his bags and begins traveling toward the nearest town to exchange the gold for money. On the way, he meets a group of retreating Nazi soldiers led by a cruel officer named Bruno Heldorf. The Nazis are destroying everything as they withdraw from Finland. At first, they ignore the old man and let him pass. But when they discover he is carrying gold, they become greedy and go after him. The Nazis try to steal the gold, but they soon learn that Atami is not a simple old man. When they try to capture him, he kills them with unbelievable skill using a knife, an axe, or anything he can find. Bruno becomes angry and decides he must hunt Atami down. He also has a truck full of Finnish women kept as prisoners. Suffering under the Nazis' control, Atami escapes into the wilderness, and a deadly chase begins. The Nazis use tanks, trucks, and planes. Atami uses the land itself, rocks, lakes, mud, and forests, to stay alive. He steps on a landmine but survives by acting quickly. He hides underwater breathing through a pipe. He climbs out of impossible situations, surviving things no normal man could survive. Each time, Bruno becomes more afraid but also more determined. The women prisoners secretly help Atami by attacking the soldiers who guard them. They know that if Atami wins, they will finally be free. Atami continues fighting even when he is wounded and exhausted. His mind is focused on one thing: protecting his gold, because it represents hope for starting a new life after the war. At one point, Atami is captured and hanged from a rope while the Nazis fly away in a plane with his gold. But even then, he refuses to die. He uses the hanging rope to climb into the moving plane. Inside the plane, he kills the soldiers one by one. The plane crashes, but Atami somehow survives again. The war is almost over, and the surviving women are safe at last. Atami arrives at a bank in the nearest city, covered in blood and dirt, carrying the gold he fought so hard to protect. When people ask his name, he simply answers, Atami Korpi. They look at him with shock.